Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Quality Shot Tennis. My name's Anthony Hirsch. Today, we've got the semifinal between Aryna Sabalenka taking on Iga Świątek. The semifinal battle for number one is on. If Sabalenka wins this match, she's number one. She's been the best player of the season by ranking points. She takes the throne from Świątek, who ended the season number one by a good distance last year. And then Świątek has to win the title. She has to beat Sabalenka and then Pegula. The match started yesterday. It started at 2-1. It's currently Sabalenka serving at 1-2, 30-15 for Sabalenka. What's up, guys? We got a lot of people in here already. What's up? What's up? Good to have you all in here. What's up, Max? What's up, Ashley? What's up, Marina? Good to have you in here as well. What's up, Rick? Hi, any idea why the start has been delayed? Well, the doubles just ended. There's an hour delay at the beginning. Yeah, Matt saying in the chat. They had an hour-long delay at the start of the match. But yeah, now the delay was yesterday. There was a rain delay. That's why the match is starting midway through, because they started yesterday. So we hope that the rain kind of stays away. We hope the rain stays away. Guess what? This match is a tiebreaker in more ways than one. They're 1-1 on the season. Last match that they played was in Madrid final. That's my match of the year. I thought that match was incredible. And Świątek won in Stuttgart. They haven't played on hard courts yet this year. This is the first hard court match. And the conditions aren't ideal, but either way, Świątek's been playing good tennis. And Sabalenka's ready as well. So I'm excited. But yeah, players are currently warming up. That's what it is. What's up, guys? What's up, Maddie? Remember to like and subscribe. That's it. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. All that stuff. Hey, what's up, Marina, in the chat? So, okay, so it is currently 5-3 for Świątek. It is currently 5-3 for Świątek. Hey, what's up, Ashley, as well? How's it going? How's it going? So that is 5-3 for Świątek. Like I said, last time they played, absolute epic in Madrid final. It was on clay, and Sabalenka deserved the clay victory. The clay did play a little bit faster than most clay. Kind of high altitude, quick clay, but still. This isn't slow clay. Like that's an important win for Sabalenka in this head-to-head. And also important, last year, WTA finals, semifinals, Sabalenka got the win over Świątek. But guess what? Świątek has had an incredible record on the season. I mean, people talk about 2022 Świątek. 2023 Świątek, ultimate consistency. She just got in the 1,000 tournament in Beijing. So she's doing well as well. I mean, I think it would be unfair to say that Świątek's had a disappointing 2023. Listen, I think she's had a great 2023, to be honest. She also got a major. It wasn't what 2022 was, but all the same. I'll tell you her exact record on the season. She's 63-11 on the season. She's won 5 titles, including an absolutely just like dominant Doha just at the start of the season out of nowhere. And then she won Roland Garros with some clutch matches. And yeah, she's been doing well. And yeah, that win in Beijing, that was the last event that she played. And that's kind of what it is. Sabalenka lost to Rybakina in Beijing, who she beat earlier in this tournament. What's up, Mike? Good to have you. Good evening from Denmark. There you go. Nice. Good to have people all over. But yeah, the match doesn't start at 0-0. It did yesterday, not today. The WTA canceled the play yesterday because the rain just didn't stop. They already had a late start anyway. But yeah. And we were starting at 2-1, 30-15 for Sabalenka. Should be. Hopefully that score's showing up fine. Sabalenka walking back to serve. What's up, guys? Listen, if you're here for like, I know like the stakes are high in this match, but listen, this is a good matchup anyway. We got contrasted styles. We got more defensive, grindy Świątek versus hard-hitting Sabalenka. Fearless Sabalenka. What else do you want? I'm excited. What's up, guys? They're about to start the first point in a second. By the way, also on hard courts, they're 2-2 on hard courts. Świątek is 3-1 on clay, unsurprisingly. Although Sabalenka did win that Madrid final in their last meeting. But Świątek's 3-1 on clay. They are 2-2 on hard courts. 1-1 for the season. This is a tiebreaker. Battle for number one. Sabalenka serving here. 1-2, 30 all on the deuce side. First serve is long. Second serve. Play's begun. Finally. We waited a while there. It was like 2 hours yesterday. We waited. We thought the play would finish. We're back. Serve Sabalenka out wide. The forehand of Sabalenka. It's in the net. 30-40. Already a break point for Iga. There's no such country as Denmark. It's a myth. I think Mike in the chat would argue with you. I would take a gamble that Mike, who just said good evening from Denmark, I think Mike would argue with you. 30-40. Break point. We got a lot of people in here. Max, Ashley, Marina, Matt, Joseph, Rick. What's up, Joseph, from Australia as well? Coming in here. We got people from all over. Back and return, just crossed the net. Drop shot, or kind of a slice from Sabalenka. Back and pass. Wow. Iga with some two solid points here. 3-1. We already got a break. Let me see if the scoreboard is working correctly, updating. Make sure that that's all working. All right, there you go. That should be better. All right, cool. All right, 3-1 for Świątek. She got the break. Iga versus Saba. Listen, when people look back on 2023, they're not going to look at what the conditions were. They were like, okay, who's gonna be the player that really rises themselves up and really wins this match? This is a battle for year-end number 1. And like I said, whoever wins this match has won the most matches between them for the season. That shot is wide from Sabalenka. Big stakes. 15 love for Iga. She steps to the line. 21 minutes played, even though it's been about a 24-hour break of play. Serve coming from Iga. Serve down the tee, forehands out. Świątek, that's in the net. By the way, the fact that Iga broke Sabalenka is not good news for Sabalenka. Because, listen, these conditions are going to neutralize Sabalenka's serve, which is not good news. None of the first 3 games were breaks yesterday. So, the fact that the conditions and just Iga's play, the fact that she was able to break Sabalenka was not good news. Although I'm sure that Sabalenka will probably break Iga at some point. It's been very difficult to serve in Cancun. Back in Sabalenka, that's in the net. 30-15. 30-15. Serve Iga. Backhand Sabalenka return to the forehand of Świątek. Wow. Right on the line. Forehand Świątek. The backhand of Sabalenka across court. Backhand Świątek. Down the line. And that goes just out. So it's 30 all here. I hope Saba can find her groove to make this an epic match. Yeah, Iga's been the better player in this event so far. Iga's undefeated in this tournament. Sabalenka was not undefeated. She had to beat Rybakina to qualify in. Basically a quarterfinal match as a round robin. It was a knockout. And Sabalenka made it to the quarters. Not her best, to the semis. Not her best tennis. But yeah, semifinals, WTA finals. 30 all here. Could be a big point, actually, potentially, for Sabalenka's sake in this first set. Oh, she attacked the forehand return. It's in the net, though, 40-30. Doubles match played earlier, which took a while. Yeah, third set tiebreak in that doubles. So with Siegemund, I forgot who else was in there. But yeah, long doubles match. Serve here from Iga. Kick serve. The forehand of Sabalenka. Forehand Iga. The forehand of Sabalenka. That goes good. Cross court. That's a winner. We like to see winners. Because guess what? There haven't been that many winners in this tournament. Been a lot of errors. That's what happens when you play with bad conditions for really good players. What time is the singles final on Monday? That's a good question. I don't have the answer, but yeah, I was going to say probably 4:30 Eastern. Like, what's the schedule today for this match? Yeah, 4:30 Eastern time. There you go. Deuce. 4:30 Eastern. Serve from Iga. Goes long. Second serve. Serve Iga to the backhand of Sabalenka. Backhand Iga. The backhand of Sabalenka. Forehand Iga on the stretch. Can't get there. Advantage to Sabalenka. We got advantage to Saba. Advantage Sabalenka. This is so good, guys. Listen, watching a match like this with such high stakes on it, who's going to be winning the majors for the next 2-3 years? Is Świątek going to be the kind of all-time player that people thought she was going to be last year and for parts of this year? Or is players like Sabalenka, Rybakina, Coco Gauff, are they going to be the match has big stakes on it for tennis stories-wise, you know? Advantage here for Saba. Kick serve. That goes long. Second serve. Second serve here. Kick serve. Forehand of Sabalenka down the middle. Forehand Świątek to the forehand. Sabalenka backhand Świątek. Cross court to the backhand of Sabalenka. Backhand Świątek. The forehand of Sabalenka. That's in the net. Another bad forehand error. That forehand has to be working. That forehand has to be working because guess what? The forehand of Świątek has been working actually this tournament. She's hitting the angles right. I mean, despite the conditions, she's actually doing well. Deuce. Sabalenka's game is a little bit high risk. Probably not as high risk as Rybakina's is, but it's pretty high risk. And she needs those big shots to be going in the court and be winners as well. Be good. Deuce. Forehand. Sabalenka. Forehand. Świątek down line is a good shot for Iga. Advantage Iga here. She's making a bit of a statement at the start here. Wondering if Iga can win the Australian Open next year. Be interesting. She hasn't won the Australian yet. It'll be interesting in general. I don't know what to expect, honestly. Rybakina beat her at the Australian last year, 6-4, 6-4. With the heat in Australia, everything, it does play a little bit quicker, which might not be to Świątek's liking particularly. But we'll see. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, there you go, man, in the chat. Yeah, 9:30 for us. Yeah, 9:30 in Cancun, yeah. Wow, first serve given to Iga. I think because the crowd was calling out or something. First serve given to Iga. Fist, thumbs up from Saba to the audience, to the crowd. Not sure exactly what's going on. It might not be the crowd. It might be something else up there. I mean, it might not be the crowd. Something else going on. There's a lot of stuff going on in Cancun. Hard to figure out. It might not have been the crowd. Didn't see exactly what that was. Advantage here for Iga. Serve. Out wide. Backing on the stretch. That's good serving from Iga. 4-1. She needs to be serving well. I mean, listen, she is rock solid so far, Iga. Sabalenka's going to have to match her level. Świątek just looks red. Listen, it doesn't look as windy as it was some other days as well, which is very good news. It does seem like it's not going to be storming down like it has been, just raining down. It doesn't seem like it's going to be like that. So we'll see what happens. By the way, everybody joining in. Anthony here for Quality Shot Tennis. We got first point of last. If you want a place to join in, watch along. We got some very good, just positive, genuine tennis fans in the chat. You can talk about anything and ask me questions. I can answer as well. Kind of a play-by-play watch along. Join in. 4-1 for Iga here. I think Świątek takes the spot in the final and reclaims her number one place in the rankings. That'd be wild. Listen, Świątek's also lost 2 of her last 3 matches versus Jessica Pegula, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. It felt eerie being dark at 5:30 p.m. tonight. Yeah, that's the time change. I don't like it. I don't like it being dark early. The night needs to be the night and the day needs to be the day. I don't like it. The night needs to be the night. It gets dark too early. And that's just what I think. 4-1 for Iga. It is weird. Yeah, what's up, everybody in chat? Your mom in the chat, which is great. Matt, literally somebody with the username Your Mom. It's good to have you. Matt, Max, Ashley, Joseph. What's up? 1-4. Świątek with the early start here on the second day. Quick start. First serve is out from Saba. Second serve. 30 minutes of play. Serve, forehand. That's shank. That's a good second serve from Sabalenka. She's going to be going for big second serves. That's what you know from Saba. Who you've got, Anthony and you all. Listen, I went against the fray, and I could be wrong. It looks like I'm going to be wrong now, but I'm going to say what I was guessing before the match started yesterday. I said Sabalenka in 3 sets. Despite Iga probably playing better so far in the event, I said Sabalenka in 3 sets on these hard courts where I like how Sabalenka's played Iga on hard courts recently. I went Saba in 3 sets. She also beat Iga in 3 sets at WTA Finals last year. But when I asked the question yesterday, everybody in chat said Iga, and I didn't mind the answer. I was like, listen, Iga reclaiming her crown as like the queen of the court. I don't mind the answer. That's a good answer. But I kind of went Sabalenka in 3 sets, and she is the world number 1. 15 love for Sabalenka. Let me know in the chat, too. Whether you're here yesterday or whether you're new, let me know who you've got winning this. Double fall from Sabalenka, by the way. Hello, Anthony and Quality Shot Tennis fam. I want Saba. Hey, what's up, Peaches, in the chat? Good to have you. You want Saba? Yeah. Be good. It would be good to see Sabalenka. It would be good to see a new year-end number 1. We'll see what happens, though. Either way, it's exciting because it's a big story either way. Sabalenka won last year. We'll see what Iga says. I said Iga in 3 yesterday. New day prediction. What are you saying now, Sean? Both are good guesses, in my opinion. 30-15. That's what makes it fun. It's unpredictable. 30-15 here at 1-4. Serve, Sabalenka in the net. Second serve. Backhand, Sabalenka, that's in the net. 30-all. Świątek's had the way quicker start than Sabalenka, though. Way quicker start. Errors coming from the side of Sabalenka. 30-all. She's got to get rid of that. 30-all. Świątek returns serve to the backhand of Sabalenka. Backhand Świątek cross court to the backhand. Sabalenka, that goes out. Another error. I mean, Sabalenka is hating this win more than Świątek is. I'm sure both players aren't ecstatic about it, but Świątek's the one that's put her head down and really been able to work here. Listen, Sabalenka goes for a lot on her shots. The wind is not going to help with that. The courts aren't going to help with that in general. Świątek a little bit more consistent. 30-40. She wants to get a first serve here, though, Sabalenka. Serve down the tee, forehand. Świątek, that goes out. Deuce. What was your prediction, Anthony? I said Sabalenka in 3 sets. Sabalenka 3 sets. Tight 3 sets. No, I'll stick with it, I guess. Okay. That's fair. Hey, Peaches, who are you rooting for? I think Peaches is for Sabalenka. Yeah, Peaches in the chat. Deuce. Second serve here from Sabalenka. Forehand Świątek, that's in the net. Advantage to Saba. She says, not so fast. If Świątek broke here, then it would feel like It would feel like Świątek has all the momentum. That wouldn't be that exciting at this point in the match. Sabalenka at least to not go down a double break. Iga seems to tackle the difficult conditions well. Yeah, she's very adaptable. Very good athlete. Her serve works well here. Very high percentage. Often a kick serve. It's not as good as Sabalenka's, but in the wind, it might actually not. The wind neutralizes Sabalenka. That's Świątek in the net, though. 4-2. 4-2. Sabalenka not quite out of this first set. But the wind neutralizes Sabalenka's serve, and Świątek's serve probably a little bit more consistent in this wind. 4-2 here. Is it still super windy in Cancun today? I will be honest. It is windy, but it doesn't seem as windy as it was a lot of the other days. So, which is great. That's what you want for a match like this. I saw a tweet yesterday. I saw somebody tweet yesterday. They haven't been watching the event, but they're tuning in for this match. And then they got canceled yesterday. But listen, this is the match that everybody's looking out for. What a return to serve from Sabalenka way on the stretch. Backhand defense. That didn't know it's out. Back on her side. 15 love. Solid defense, but Świątek too much. 15 love. Sabalenka avoids the breadsticks. Yeah. Denis Shapovalov had a tweet this morning. I saw it, taking up for the ladies in the horrid conditions they were having to play in. He's a good dude. Yeah. Totally. Yeah, I've seen a few players sticking up for it, and it's good. Especially the ATP. Yeah, Shapo didn't have to do that, but good on him. 15 love. I mean, Sabalenka says, oh gosh, as she hits the return. It's getting completely away from Sabalenka, 30 love. Not a great start. Not a great start. I've got a question, by the way, for the chat after this point. Actually, I'll say it at the 5-2 game. I've got a question for the chat. It's a good one, I think. Serve is out from Świątek, second serve. Forehand, Sabalenka to the forehand. Świątek backhand Sabalenka. The backhand of Świątek. Backhand Sabalenka. The forehand of Świątek. Forehand Sabalenka. The backhand of Świątek. Backhand Sabalenka. The forehand of Świątek. Cross court. That's a great winner. Świątek is a hell of an athlete. It's amazing to watch. 40 love. Even on a hard court. Listen, I will say, these two have played at the WTA finals twice before. And they were both big matches for their head-to-head. They played twice at the WTA finals. One was in 2021. But Sabalenka won both, by the way, which is part of what informed my prediction. But first time they played, it was like 6-2, 2-6 in the first two sets. So, and then it was 7-5 in the third set. Last year, it was 6-2 and 6-1 sets only. So they've only had straightforward sets here at the WTA finals. Especially this year, they haven't had a lot of long sets. Not a lot of tight sets, long three-setters. With the conditions, it's very hard for players to get to be holding their serves consistently and get that serving rhythm momentum. 2-5. Okay, I've got a question for the chat. So, if Sabalenka loses the year on number one, or not, either way, actually, how many more weeks at number one do you think Sabalenka is going to have? Question for the chat. Approximately how many more weeks at number one do you think Sabalenka is going to have? If any. You might say none. You might say none, or you might say 70, 100. Just approximately. How many more weeks do you think Sabalenka has at number one from this point on? Let me know. All right, be right back. Let me know in chat. It's an interesting question because Sabalenka won a major this year. She got to the semifinal. She got to the semifinal of all four majors. She's won Masters every single year for the last 4 or 5 years. Sabalenka broke through this year, but she's been around. So I don't know. It's an interesting question. I'm not going to predict that many more. I'm not going to predict that many more for Sabalenka. I'm going to say she gets like maybe like 20, 25 more weeks. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot. That's my prediction. Let me know in the chat if you think a lot more or less. Let me know. I'll say like 20 or 25. Nothing against Sabalenka, though. I picked her to win this match. It's just tough to be number one for that long. Serve into the net. Second serve here. Serve Sabalenka to the backhand. Świątek, that's in the net. 15 love. Sabalenka has 2,000 points coming up in Australia, and she won a warm-up tournament for the Aussie. Yeah, exactly. So if she doesn't defend that, if she doesn't do that great a job defending that, it's going to be a task. She has to do something big to get back up there, like win a major, do this, do that. Do we think she'll be able to consistently do something like that to have that number one? We'll see. It's tough to do. 30 love. She is a hell of a player, but is she at that level where she can do that one more time? That's the question. When you have opponents like Aryna, you may even win all the slams a year, full era game. Świątek is another overrated winning in weaker era weakling players. Backhand Świątek into the forehand to Sabalenka. Down line, it's too good. Świątek can't get a racket on him. 40 love for Sabalenka. When you have opponents like Aryna, you may even win all the slams a year, full air game. I mean, listen, but there are players like Goff, Rybakina. So I heard some of that, but listen, to win 38 matches in a row, if you know, to me, I don't buy weak era arguments like that. When somebody wins that many matches in a row at the highest level, it's less about a weaker era and more about the greatness of the player that you are. And yeah, I mean, that is to say, if a better player comes up, then yeah, maybe you can make an argument that it will be harder to win. And you can make an argument that you think her results will go down. But to me, weak era arguments in that way to really diminish the player and their greatness doesn't really work. It doesn't work now with people saying it about Djokovic. To me, it didn't work about Federer on the men's side, the ATP side, back in the day. And it just continues to not work. I just don't believe it, to be honest. And Świątek is good, great on an eye test. She doesn't have an amazing serve like Sabalenka, maybe not the biggest shots, but you don't have to have those. If you have the defense to offense, athleticism, and just smarts on the court like Iga does. 5-3 here. I don't think Venus, Serena Sharapova will let Iga win matches like this. Well, Serena Venus is a very strong era as well, but yeah, I mean, people have opinions. I mean, that's fine. I don't want to diminish necessarily the greatness of Iga, but you can say that if stronger players come up, then maybe they'll challenge her more, but she still had to earn what she's earned. Backhand cross court to the backhand slice of Sabalenka. Backhand Iga. The backhand of Sabalenka. Backhand Iga. The forehand squash shot. Sabalenka across the net. Great rally. Backhand. Świątek could have come to net. Stays back. Back across court. What a shot. Backhand slice. Ooh, rally of the match. That goes out, though. By a good margin, the rally of the match so far. 15 love. Great shots. Especially from the side of Iga. I mean, it's not like it's looking like she's playing on a regular court, just doing her thing. And that might be why she finds the trophy and the number one at the end of the week. She just put her head down and worked. 15 love. 15 love here for Iga. Catches the ball toss, second serve. First serve is a let. None. Yeah, Mike, I mean, that's fair. We'll see. It will be very tough. Like I said, after Australia, if you don't think she's going to win another major next year or if better players will come up, it's very hard to stay at the top. So I understand that. Serve. That goes out. Second serve. Chip into the forehand. Świątek. Forehand Sabalenka. The forehand of Świątek. Forehand Sabalenka. The forehand of Świątek. Forehand Sabalenka. The forehand of Świątek. Backhand Sabalenka. The backhand of Świątek. Back in Sabalenka down the line. Ooh, just overhits it. 30 love. Iga is just being a wall at the back of the court. And listen, these conditions, that's Sabalenka's worst nightmare. They might be playing on a hard court, although Świątek won the U.S. Open last year, and she can play on hard court, just won Beijing. But in this head-to-head, Sabalenka's probably got the slight edge on hard court. But listen, especially knowing that even in 2021, Sabalenka beat her in their first match on hard court. But this isn't a regular hard court, and it's windy, and it's weird, and Świątek, she's got the game for it. That's part of what we're seeing. She's also just playing better. Chip, forehand, inside out from Iga. She's looking to take this first set in a monumental battle. Jessica Pegula is still waiting in the final, but I think the eyes are on this match. One simple thing is Iga can't win matches against consistent blowers like Ostapenko. Venus, Serena, or Sharapova never given their opponents the breathing time to win points. I mean, it's just tough to say. I mean, she can also play against big hitting players. She still has time to grow. She's still young, by the way. Backhand Sabalenka into the backhand of Świątek. Forehand Sabalenka, that's out. First strike for Świątek. First strike for Iga in Cancun. By the way, we can look at stats real quick for that first set. So only two winners for Sabalenka. I was looking for that stat right when I started looking, and that's the big stat. Sabalenka can't win. Sabalenka absolutely cannot win a set against Świątek and only hit 2 winners. 8 unforced errors on the other side of that. Yeah, I mean, Sabalenka's serving stats not terrible. She'd like to hit more first serves in. And yeah, break points one. Just didn't break in her 2 chances that she got. That was before today, by the way. Yesterday, in the first 3 games, she had break points, I believe. So that's what it is. I think she had 1 today as well. The other one was yesterday. Yeah, the wind has definitely dialed down. There's no doubt about it. The wind isn't as big, which is good. I heard this a lot in the late 90s when Sampras was hit and miss and Axie was having personal issues and fell to 141 the world. Seems like regular Joes were making slam semifinals. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you hear a lot of weak era comments and stuff like that. And yeah, Axie was very up and down. It's so, yeah, Axie is so funny because his longevity is amazing, Axie, but he was just like, at some points, he was like 150 in the world, and then he'd go like 5 years consecutive top 2 in the world. It's so funny with Andre. He was very up and down. Pete was always at the top, always found his way to the top. Year-end number 1 for, I think, 5 or 6 straight years, which I think still nobody has ever done. I think that's still a record, even through this Big 3 era, if I'm not mistaken, to be consecutive year-end number 1 for 5 or 6 straight years. So Pete was the dominant number 1, even with Axie on the other side of it. But yeah, there were a few players coming up in the 90s. It was especially the transition from the 90s to the 2000s that got some really weird names in there. Like Gaston Gaudio won the French Open. Albert Costa won the French Open. It's like we had some weird names on the men's side during that period. And people were like, who's going to come up now? Ferrero, Hewitt? People looked at Federer the same. Federer? Who of these guys is going to step up after this amazing era of icons like Sampras and Axie? No one's ever won 14 slams and been as iconic as Pete Sampras and won 14 majors. No one's ever done that. Hit jumping smashes, and like people were looking at this era like hit amazing return serves like Axie, the shot making in their matches. Who's going to step up now? How is tennis going to go on from here? And then guess what? What happened next? We got Djokovic. We got Federer. We got Rafa. So tennis keeps going. 6-3. 6-3 here in this match. The golden era of women's tennis was Serena era, where everyone on top 10 was quality players. Unlike now, everyone challenges the legend Serena. Though the results was lopsided with Rafa lose. When everyone was top 10, the quality was players. Unlike now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the depth is still pretty good on the women's side. I mean, Krishna, 7 7 women's players got to the major finals this year. 7 different women's players. And are you going to say any one of them is bad quality? Like Mukova got to the semifinals of the US Open and got to the final of the French, nearly beat Świątek. You have Świątek, Sabalenka, Rybakina, who've been playing amazing. You have Coco Gauff, who won the US Open in amazing fashion, beat Świątek in Cincinnati. It's just like, who are you going to say isn't that good in the top 10? The depth is pretty good right now. And you have other players coming up. Samsonova is really good. She's not in the top 10. Ostapenko, Zhang, Keys, Haddad Maya. Like there are these players, like the depth in the women's game is really good right now. And Pegula didn't even reach a major semifinal this year, but she's amazing. She's in the final WTA finals. I don't know if she wants to win it because there's a bit of a WTA finals curse. Do you guys think the WTA finals curse continues with Świątek, Sabalenka, or Pegula next year? Does Pegula or Świątek or Sabalenka, whatever, even want to win this tournament? This tournament this year is like, it's if it was cursed the other years, this year it's got to be like extra cursed. Sabalenka here to serve at 3-6. It's got to be extra cursed. I hope Saba can recoup for the second set. Yeah, I don't want another one-side match. Absolutely. I hope this goes 3. Sabalenka forehand down the middle. Forehand Sabalenka to the forehand of Świątek, cross court. Forehand Sabalenka. Backhand of Świątek. Backhand Sabalenka. The backhand of Świątek. That's in the net. 15-love. Christian, I said it was Aryna Navratilova. I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't name it a better one. Yeah, Aryna Navratilova. Only like Suzanne Lenglen, Wills Moody back in like the 20s where they were like barely losing matches. And like people like that's only that one. I think there's not even an argument about it. Aryna Navratilova has to be the best one. Everett has the best win percentage of anybody in women's history, women's tennis. And Navratilova won the most matches of anybody in women's tennis. How do you get a better era than that? And then you kind of can add in Steffi Graf, for example, in there too, kind of overlapped, especially Navratilova with how good her longevity was. If Osaka and Barty hadn't dropped out, I think the level would be comparable. Yeah, it's so sad about Barty, and I'm waiting for Osaka to come back. Osaka just brought such a flashy top-tier level of play. I didn't appreciate her enough when she was playing. She was playing all the big finals. Forehand, Sabalenka. The backhand of Świątek. That goes out. 30-15. Sabalenka needs a better start in this second set. I think. Those Everett Navratilova matches, and I was a kid, but those were matches non-sports fans watch. Yeah. Everybody dropped what they were doing to watch Breakfast at Wimbledon. That's what we need more of. We need icons. We need rivalries. I think rivalries in tennis is underrated. That's what tennis needs. Like, listen, look at how many people turn their heads now for an Alcaraz Djokovic match. You want good rivalries on the women's side as well. That's why people are excited about Sabalenka Rybakina coming into the fray too. Serve here, Sabalenka. The forehand of Świątek. That's in the net. 40-15. 40-15 here at 3-6. Sabalenka got on the board here with her first service game. Serve here from Sabalenka. The forehand of Iga. Forehand Sabalenka. The backhand of Iga. Forehand volley. Sabalenka drop volley. Ooh, beautiful shot from Saba. She's used to the aggression. We're used to the aggression from Sabalenka, but she plays a touch shot. 1-0. 1-0. So do you think, I have a question. Of all the active women's players, do you think Świątek is going to end up with the most majors? This includes Mira Andreeva, Brenda Fruhvirtova, like even those kind of players. Just a random guess. It's impossible to say at the moment. But I'm just curious. Do you guys think Świątek is going to be this like all-time great with 20-plus majors? Or do you think she's not going to be? Let me know. Just curious. Outside of Venus. I know Venus is active. Outside of Venus. She's currently, outside of Venus, she's currently tied for the most with Osaka, I believe. So that's what it is. Let me know. It's very hard to say how good a player like Mira Andreeva or like, I don't know, somebody like that would be at only 16. But it's interesting to think about. Serve here from Iga. That's a good serve. I mean, listen, Iga is acing Sabalenka. 15-love. The wind is not that bad. So this is good. And she's the one serving well so far. Serve here from Iga. The forehand block of Saba. Backhand Iga. Down line is good shot. 30 love. Serve Iga. The forehand of Sabalenka. That goes out. 40 love. Iga has shown up as the server today, which I find that quite interesting. 40 love. Serve into the forehand of Sabalenka. Forehand Świątek. Forehand now Sabalenka. That goes wide. 1-1. 1-1. Sabalenka serve. Out wide, forehand Świątek. Down line, just catches the outside the line. Love 5. Love 15. Sabalenka needs some free points here. Świątek hit it like an ace and a couple free service winners in the last game. Forehand return to Sabalenka well wide. Shanked out an ace. I mean, listen, that's what Sabalenka needs to be doing versus Świątek. She needs to be hitting the service winners. Love 15. Not a lot of winners from the start of Sabalenka, from the side of Sabalenka. Serve down the middle. Back and return is good. Just on the baseline for Sabalenka. Backhand. Cross court into the backhand of Świątek. Forehand Sabalenka. The forehand of Świątek. Forehand Sabalenka. Backhand Świątek. Forehand Sabalenka. It's in the net. Love 30. Very good level from Iga here. This is the kind of level that earns you world number 1. Sabalenka not at her best, though. I want to see Sabalenka really testing Iga here. We haven't seen a lot of close matches in this tournament. I want Saba to show me something. Come on, Saba. Escape out of this game. Show something. Swiatek winning 11 of the last 15 points. Sabalenka serve down line. There it is. Was that so hard? First ace for Sabalenka. 15-30. It is hard with how Świątek's playing, but we need more. That's what Sabalenka needs to do. Hit through the court. 15-30. The Australian Open champion taking on the Roland Garros champion. Since those two majors, we've had Vondrousova and Coco Gauff winning the majors. 15-30 here at 1-1. The Australian Open champ taking on the French Open champ. Forehand Świątek, the backhand slice. Sabalenka, forehand Świątek. That goes out. Okay, 30 all. Interesting. First ace for Sabalenka, followed by the first kind of forehand error from Świątek that's looked off. 30 all. So Sabalenka down the middle. Forehand Sabalenka. The forehand of Świątek. Forehand Sabalenka. Into the forehand of Świątek. Forehand Sabalenka cross court. Ooh, what a shot from Saba. Just made it. 40-30. This is good hitting right now. Good level. Good level. Something that's kind of, we haven't seen a whole lot of in Cancun. Not enough. We've seen some good level. Pegula has brought a very high level. Gauff brought a high level for her first few matches at least. Very hard to play that version of Pegula in the semis. And Świątek, she's been playing well all tournament. But now Sabalenka's trying to step up to her level. Serve down the tee. Oh, forehand attack from Świątek. Deuce. Sabalenka can't get to it. Deuce. One deuce. Australian Open champ taking on the French champ. Australian Open champ serving. Battle for number 1. Serve here from Saba. Serve down the tee, just long. Second serve. Oh, that's a double fault. Those double faults, those can get Sabalenka. Third double fault for Saba. Sabalenka going back to the line. Advantage for Iga Świątek. Serve from Sabalenka. So let. First serve Sabalenka. Ooh, that's a good one. Winner service. Deuce. Not quite an ace. Świątek gets a racket on it, but good serve. Good serve. It's actually been an hour counting yesterday. Yeah, I saw that on the serve clock. Long first set, it's second set, but long first set in a couple games. Can't believe this match is only 33 minutes long. I know it says it wrong on the scoreboard here that I got up. I don't know why. But it's been an hour of play counting yesterday. Yeah. It might be 35 minutes just today. So I think that's why it says it like that. Serve here from Sabalenka. Really an hour and 1 minute played. Ooh, hits the tape for Swiatek. Lucky shot. Sabalenka can only smile about it. Advantage. Advantage Świątek. Advantage Świątek. I don't know why some people, I don't know. A lot of people seem to hate on Sabalenka, but she's so genuinely like herself. Like laughing on the court, smiling on the court, just fearless, whatever she is. I know she's like a big kind of weird personality, but she's just genuine. Like a lot of the weirder personalities mean that they're being more genuinely like themselves. That's not a bad thing. Backhand Świątek. The forehand of Sabalenka. Oh, forehand squash shot Świątek is great. Forehand Sabalenka attack. That's bigger though. Deuce. Kind of a flashy squash shot from Świątek and a big forehand from Sabalenka. We got deuce. That makes sense, yeah. This is the first match that doesn't seem to be affected by weather conditions. Thank goodness, right? That's what we want as tennis fans. By the way, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Quality Shot Tennis. We do more streams like this. We did the Paris final earlier today. We'll be doing the ATP finals as well. So definitely join in for more. And don't forget to like the stream if you're enjoying it as well. Deuce here at 1-1. Sabalenka serve. The forehand of Świątek. Cross court. Forehand Sabalenka down the line. Ooh, what a shot from Świątek. Świątek gets it though. Good shot from Sabalenka, I meant to say. Advantage for Świątek. Sabalenka hit a great shot. Down the line. And it was Świątek with that got a great return on it. Then Sabalenka in the net. Advantage here for Iga. This could be a huge game. Very long deuce game here. This could be big. Big. Because Świątek's serving well too, honestly. Serve Sabalenka. Down the tee is a good serve. That's an ace. Deuce. Dude, Świątek needs to serve well in this head-to-head, though. I'll tell you what. The match that Świątek won this year was in Stuttgart. And she made 66 of first serves in, which that's pretty good. She won 78% of first serve points. That's the kind of serving day Świątek wants to have, and that she's having it so far today, at least as soon as they've come back. Back in Świątek, the forehand of Sabalenka. Forehand Świątek, that goes out. Advantage to Sabalenka. She saved a few break points now. That was the third break point in the last point. I think she kind of reminds me of Djokovic as for being anti-establishment. That's interesting. 2 ATP 250 tournaments next week before the ATP finals. Yeah, Mets and what's the other one? I forget what the other one is. There's Mets and one more. Advantage here for Sabalenka. Back in Świątek, the forehand. Sabalenka, that's in the net again. Very long deuce game. Don't know how many deuces we've had. Best game of the match, though, so far from a level standpoint. It's just Sabalenka playing very well down break point and not playing so well up game point. Other than that, very good game. 12 forehand unforced errors from Sabalenka, by the way. And not a whole lot of winners, which I think is the even more important stat. But I guess they go hand in hand. Deuce. Ball completely gets away from Sabalenka. She'll toss it up again. Deuce. Forehand, Sabalenka. The forehand of Świątek. Forehand, Sabalenka. The forehand of Świątek. Down the line. It's a good shot. Break point for Iga. She is ruthless. She might not be the ruthless killer forehands that Sabalenka can bring to the court, but she has a good one. She's being absolutely relentless in defense or defense to offense at the back of the court. So consistent, so effective every shot. Advantage for Iga. It's just the athleticism. She tapers herself and just finds the time to apply the pressure. That's what top players do. It's advantage here for Iga. Break point number 4. Serve coming here from Aryna. First serve is out just. It would have been an ace if she made it. But it's the second serve. Break point number 4. Sabalenka serve. Kick serve. Down the middle. That's a good shot. That's a good serve. Forehand. Sabalenka goes out. Świątek draws blood. It's 2-1. Świątek to a very quick start. Sabalenka going to have to find something because she played well. She played well in that game, but Świątek won it anyway. 6-3, 2-1. Świątek says, I was the queen last year. I was year-end number 1 last year. I'm finishing year-end number 1 this year too. She's playing well here. I'm going for center for the ATP finals. If I say it enough, maybe it'll happen. I'm going to say nothing because I said center. I made a crazy prediction at the U.S. Open, Sean, and I am saying nothing. I am saying nothing. The only thing I will say is I have a good feeling about him going into Turin, and I don't think he should be disappointed by Paris, but I am saying nothing. My mouth is zip closed. Sophia, that's it. Sophia, of course. Yeah, there you go. The other tournaments, ATP tournaments in Sofia, Bulgaria. I wonder if Dimitrov will play that one in his hometown. They moved it from Israel because of the war. Yeah. Tel Aviv initially, which I think Djokovic won last year, I'd like to say. Sean, it would be nice for Sinner to win the ATP finals, especially winning in Italy. That would be the biggest win of his career so far, and it would be incredible. So interesting going into next season. We'll see what happens. He's very in form at the moment. Iga took the break point. Iga's going to easily win this match. It definitely seems like that at the moment, Max. Next week is a break for me and prepare for the World Tour Finals. Nice, yeah. I don't know if we're going to do a call on QualityShot Tennis. I don't know if we're going to do a live stream, but listen, it's so fun to do these streams. Maybe for the final. Screw it. I'll do a final. There's some good players playing. Demonor, Paul, whatever. I'll get on here and do a final right before the ATP finals. Try to find some time. Make some time for it. 12 unforced errors from Sabalenka on her forehand. What else do you want to give away this match? This is the exact reason why I said Iga's enjoying. Well, I mean, but this is an exception for Sabalenka. She doesn't usually hit so many errors. Świątek's playing well though, but it's not a regular stat for Sabalenka. Partly to do with Iga, but that's not. You can point to matches where Sabalenka plays just flawless and hits like 2 unforced errors and just like so many winners. To me, it's exception, not the rule. Forehand to the forehand of Świątek. That goes out. Love 15. She does have to raise her level, though. There's no doubt about it. I don't think Dimitri's playing in it. Okay. Long season. I think he did say it was his last event. Still big to reach the final of Paris. And Djokovic was always inevitable, it seems, at the Masters level. I want to talk about that. Because Djokovic winning 40 Masters titles. I mean, I know we've gotten like whatever, big three, Djokovic, blah, 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 blah. Slams, majors, yeah, whatever. But Masters. But I just want to point out how ridiculous it is to win 40 Masters titles. That's insane. 40 times to win a Masters tournament. Like, that's crazy. And we had a limited 2020. He didn't play in the America for the Sunshine Double, Cincinnati, and Canada or whatever. I think he didn't play Canada last year either in North America. So he hasn't even played all of them for the last few years. Serve is out from Świątek. But yeah, 40 is crazy. 15 all. Serve from Iga. Down the tee, the backhand of Świątek. Forehand, Świątek to the forehand. Sabalenka, forehand Świątek. That's a winner. Nothing she can... Listen, Świątek is playing a marvelous level. Świątek fans should be very happy about now. I'm a huge fan of Venus and Sharapova. Interesting. Nice. I'm a big fan of Venus too. It would be perfect for him to win at home. Can't wait for it, and I hope Alcaraz plays well. I hope Carlos picks it up too. Carlos and Jannik are both two of my favorite players at the moment. Top players or no. So I'd love to see that. Very genuine guys, it seems like, both of them. And very fun to watch. Forehand chip. That's not a great return. Forehand cross court. Forehand of Sabalenka. Back and volley. Świątek's so solid. I don't know what that return or serve, though, was from Sabalenka. But Świątek is playing so rock solid, the ins and the outs. Sabalenka needs to raise her level up. She can't be giving Świątek anything. Even that chip return or serve when she could have gone for a winner. I know her shots are going out, but she's not gonna win by chip in, slicing and dicing. She's got to be going for her shots here. 4-15 for Iga at the line. Out wide, forehand. That's a big one from Sabalenka. That's what I just said. Sabalenka heard me. That's what I just said. 40-30. Play the game, bro. I can't play the stream. I can watch along though. Give a play-by-play. Anybody that can't catch it or just wants somebody to watch along with, talk about tennis. That's what I'm here for. 40-30 here for Świątek. Serve coming here from Iga. First serve in the net. Second serve. Kick serve. That's a good serve. Yeah, I mean, the kick. Listen, Świątek serve's so solid so far. It's so solid. 3-1. Świątek's serving arguably better than Sabalenka. And it's not even particularly windy. Let's look at serve stats. Huh? Serve stats. Serve rating 326. I don't know what they're rating it on, but way better for Świątek, so they agree with me. But Sabalenka, is that true? Match stats 70%. First serves in for Sabalenka. I don't know. Either way, Świątek's so solid here. Over 75% for first serve and second serve points. 71% first serves in. Crazy. And also, break points won. She's broken Sabalenka twice as well on return. Very, very good. Also, only 4 winners from Sabalenka. 4 winners, 13 unforced errors. That's still the big stat for me. Whether that's completely accurate, that's still my big stat. 15 love here. Backhand. The forehand of Sabalenka. Forehand Świątek. Cross court. What an angle there out of nowhere. Forehand Świątek. Backhand of Sabalenka, backhand Świątek. Świątek is looking for revenge. She is playing like perfect tennis here. This is one of those matches where it's like, Sabalenka, I know you've enjoyed your little bit. I know you've enjoyed your like 2023, but I'm coming for it. She's playing amazing right now. I felt like 2022 WTA finals, this semifinal, they played WTA final semifinal last year and it was Świątek taking on Sabalenka. Sabalenka won that match. I felt like that set the tone for 2023. This might set the tone for 2024. Świątek's like, I'm coming back for the crown. Świątek 10 points to the last 15. 30 love. Well, love 30. We'll see what happens. Sabalenka's got to find something here real quick. At least stay close. Forehand Świątek to forehand to Sabalenka. It wasn't a very big first serve either, by the way. Forehand Sabalenka back cross court. Forehand Sabalenka. Inside out. Not quite enough, though. Backhand lob defense. That goes long. 15-30. There's one. 15-30. That's one. By the way, guys, don't forget to like the stream if you're enjoying it. Don't forget to subscribe. Quality Shot Tennis. We'll be here for more matches coming up. ATP Finals as well. And all the WTA coverage throughout the year next year as well as the ATP. So don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Anthony Hersher on the call. Quality Shot Tennis. 15-30. Sabalenka serving. Serve here from Sabalenka. That goes out. Second serve. Second serve. Backhand. The backhand of Sabalenka down the line. Ooh, what a shot from Sabalenka. She needed that. She needed that. 2 good points from Sabalenka. 30-all. 2 good points from Sabalenka. 30-all. What's the difference? What's the difference between Sabalenka 2022 and Sabalenka 2023? What changed? Why is Sabalenka competing for the world number 1 spot? Why is she world number 1 as we speak? Number 1 as we speak. Why is she world number 1? She's number 1 because her mental side has improved. Her mental side has improved all year. We saw it in the Australian Open final. We saw it at the U.S. Open semifinal against Madison Keys with a great comeback. Her mentality has improved. She's not getting as negative on herself all the time, especially on her serve. Mentally, this has been by miles Sabalenka's best and most consistent season. So you can't quite counter out. Świątek is playing amazing. As she did in her last match as well. Sabalenka needs to find something, but don't completely counter out. 40-30. Serve Sabalenka. That's a double fault, though. It's a double fault. Those double faults are such problems for Sabalenka, and it's so weird to watch. She has one of the best serves on tour, though. She's not just hitting nothing serves into the court, but yes, Max would be perfect for him. Can't wait for. I hope Carlo Alcaraz plays well. I hope, yeah. At the ATP Finals. Hope Carlos in his best form 100%. Hopefully he's 100% healthy. Didn't say he was 100% coming into Paris, Alcaraz. Backhand Świątek, the forehand of Sabalenka. Backhand Świątek. The forehand of Sabalenka. Cross court. Forehand Świątek way up high. Sabalenka runs. That goes wide. Advantage for Sabalenka. Go, 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 Sabalenka. Okay, we'll see if she can do the comeback. Saba. That's it, Gene. Glad for you to be joining in as well. It'd be nice to see Saba taking the break point. She's out advantage. She'll have a chance in the next game. Advantage here for Sabalenka. Kick serve into the net. Second serve. I don't know why she's not going full out for these first serves. I don't know if it's because she feels nervous on her second serve, but second serve here from Sabalenka. It's not very much on it. Forehand. The forehand of Świątek. Forehand Sabalenka. Attacked and forehand of Świątek. Forehand Sabalenka. That's in the net. Sabalenka trying hard. You can hear it in her grunt. It's getting the grunt is becoming a bit sadder and sadder as the match is wearing on. A bit more disappointment in it as she's not being able to cross the line here. Deuce at 1-3. Serve here from Saba. Down the tee, backhand Świątek. Backhand to Sabalenka cross court. That's a big backhand. That's what Sabalenka needs to do more of. Listen, they're playing a big match. This is a big match. I'm sure nerves could be a part of it. Whatever it is, it's hard to really go for your shots and especially not make a mess of it when you are playing such a big match. But Sabalenka's got to step in. She's got to play her game. Advantage. This is one of the more higher stake women's matches you'll see. World number 1 is big on the line. Advantage for Sabalenka. And it's in Sabalenka's hands. Forehand Świątek. That goes out. 2-3. 2-3. Sabalenka holds. Sabalenka holds. Me too. Venus is a cool girl. Woman. Yeah. Venus is one of my favorites. Venus has been one of my favorites. We never really talk about the players that we always talk about winning Grand Slams. We don't talk about getting to Grand Slam finals. But Venus got to like what, 16, 17, 18 Grand Slam finals. She won 7 Grand Slams out of all of the finals that she got, but still 7 Grand Slams. That's still a big number. And she had to compete against the likes of Serena. Sharapova as well. She had some tough competition. But yeah, Venus is one of the greats. I was one of the few, but I was a bigger Venus fan than Serena. Yeah, I mean, listen, Serena, she's an all-time great, but yeah, for me, personal favorite-wise, Venus was always a personal favorite. Both of them did a lot and were amazing players. But for me, Venus was probably a personal fave. Go, Sabalenka. Yeah, that's it, Gene. Three, two. It's a big hold for Saba there. She needed it. I mean, clearly, she needed it. But there are some incredible stats on the women's side this year. There are really some incredible stats on the women's side this year. I can name a couple of them. For a few different women's players. One of them is Jessica Pegula in the final. Whoever wins this match will play Pegula in the final. She is 51-0 after winning the first set this year. That is crazy. To even win over 50 matches in a year is unlikely. But Jessica Pegula, 51-0 after winning the first set. And you might think, okay, well, she won the first set. I mean, likely she wins the match, but it's not easy to do. To win every match after taking the first set, just to be able to push yourself to the end against the best players. That's tough. And that's a big stat. Another big stat is Sabalenka reached the semifinals of all 4 majors. Reached the semifinal of all 4 majors. That's not easy to do. And the 2 semis that she lost, absolute epics, Wimbledon and French Open. French Open against Mukova after having match point up at 5-2 serving, which is just crazy. 15-love. And then Świątek herself had a great comeback versus Mukova in the final. Yeah, there you go. The women's season has had some crazy stuff going on. A lot of players being very impressive, honestly. Second serve here from Iga. Oh, that goes wide. Double fault. First double fault for Iga. 15-all. Venus won 5 Wimbledons. Yeah, Venus. Well, that's crazy to even perform so well at one event, especially at, like, Wimbledon. Backhand cross court, that's in the net. 30-15. First serve in the net from Świątek. Second serve. Kick serve. The forehand of Sabalenka. Backhand Świątek. The backhand of Sabalenka. It's the tape. Goes wide. 40-15 for Iga. Yes, Venus is a grass queen. Yeah, with her huge serve, definitely makes sense. Venus, one of the all-time servers. 40-15 at 3-2. Świątek here with the serve. Kick serve, forehand Sabalenka. That's shank. That's going to go out. 4-2. 6-3, 4-2. Oh, Sean with the heater question. If you could build an all-time WTA Finals 8, who would you put in it? All-time? Ooh. Is it like, can I do like for entertainment? Like, is this what I would personally want to watch? Because personally want to watch versus all-time, those are two different questions. Because like personal favorite for me is like I'd love to see like Ostapenko play against like Martina Navratilova. Like, can we do that? You know what I mean? Like the ones I choose, or who's really like who do I think are the best 8 women's players of all time? Like, those are 2 very different questions. Forehand in the net from Świątek, 15 love for Sabalenka. But all-time 8, I'll think about it. 15 love Sabalenka at the line. First in the world taking on world number 2. Serve goes out. Second serve. Kick serve to the backhand of Świątek. Backhand Sabalenka. The backhand of Świątek. Forehand Sabalenka. The forehand of Świątek. Backhand Sabalenka. Backhand Świątek on the slide. Forehand Świątek. The forehand of Sabalenka. Backhand Świątek. The backhand Sabalenka. That's at top of the net. 15 all. What you would rather watch is probably more interesting, Sean. That's true. My all-time favorite women's player is Jennifer Capriati. Okay. Yeah, Capriati was cool. Yeah, I'll let you know then. I'll let you know at 4-3 what I would choose. What I would choose to watch. $15 all. First serve is long. Second serve. Sabalenka serve. Świątek forehand to the backhand of Sabalenka. Forehand Świątek. The backhand of Sabalenka. That goes out. I feel like this is the moment where this could get away from Sabalenka quite quick. And listen, Świątek's played a hell of a match. It's more of the positives of Świątek than anything else for me. I know Sabalenka, this isn't like the level she brought, for example, in the Australian Open final at the start of the year, but Świątek has played a great match. 15-30. Serve here from Sabalenka. That's an ace out wide, 30 all. Ace for Sabalenka. Another big point coming up here. Serve here from Sabalenka. Serve out wide. That's a great return. A lot of depth, but better from Sabalenka. 40-30. 40-30 there from Saba. There's a great return, a lot of depth on it, but Sabalenka just accelerated into the shot. Perfect top spin, just got into the perfect position. 40-30. Serve here, Sabalenka. The forehand of Świątek. Forehand Sabalenka. That goes out. Deuce. Sabalenka with a big yell. Furious at herself. Oh, we see some answers in the chat there, Sean. There you go. You got the chat speaking up. I'll let you know at 4-3. I'll read some of the answers. Also give my own. We got Deuce here for Saba. First serve goes wide. Second serve. Serve out wide. It's a good second serve. Back in Sabalenka. That's in the net. Break point for Świątek. Let me know if you would have predicted this stat before the match started. Average service game for Świątek, 2.5 minutes. Average service game length for Sabalenka is 5.5 minutes. That's crazy. That's so weird. So, advantage here for Świątek. Advantage for Świątek at 2-4. Serve Sabalenka just out. Kick serve, back in Świątek to the back end of Sabalenka, cross court, back in Świątek on the slide to the back end. Sabalenka back in Świątek. That catches the line. It's good. That's a good forehand on the defense from Sabalenka, cross court. Forehand Świątek, back cross court. Forehand Świątek. Now inside out, what a shot. Great angle there. Back end, Sabalenka defending. Is this a double break? Smash, and Sabalenka jumps, but she can't get there. Absolute demolition from Iga. She's got her eye on one thing, and that's that world number 1 spot. She's at 6-3-5-2. She's got her eye on world number 1. 6-3-5-2. Wow. Statement victory from Świątek. Like I said, honestly, last year's WTA semifinals match between these two, I thought as I was watching the last game of that match, as Sabalenka was playing amazing, I was like, this could set the tone for the next season. I'm kind of feeling a little bit something from Sabalenka, something from Rybakina maybe even. Like some of these players, and kind of set the tone for the year. Is this kind of match going to set the tone right back? We'll see. All right, guys. So Sean, shout out Sean Power, Sean in the chat, had a good question. If you could build an all-time WTA Finals 8, who would you put in it? We got some answers in the chat. Everett, Navratilova, Serena Sellis, Graf Court, Lingland, Wills Moody. Yeah, those are just some of the best all-time for sure. Wanted to get Billie Jean King, but she missed the cut. Yeah, it makes sense. Venus, Serena, Sharapova, Vika, Kvitova, Kerber, Lena, Anna Ivanovic. Ooh, Ivanovic is good. That's good. I think Sellis would have been all-time great had she not been stopped. I totally agree. Sellis is one of the biggest what-ifs in tennis, one of the biggest tragedies. At 19 years old, she'd won 8 majors, 9 majors, and the level she was playing at, she could have been the greatest of all time. That's crazy. By the way, Maureen Connolly as well, she won 10 or 11 majors back in the day, then fell off a horse and never played tennis again. So it's a few of these names. There are a few what-ifs in tennis. Those are 2 of the big ones and 2 big tragedies. I'm a bit worried for Pegula now. Yeah, listen, how good is JPEG taking on Świątek? Because Świątek will be directly going for the world number 1. Like in this match, Sabalenka was going directly for the world number 1. Still is. In the final, Iga's going straight for world number 1. That's it. Iga's going right for the world number 1. And Pegula has won 2 of the last 3 matches that she's played against Świątek. So those are a couple things. Pegula beat her in Canada semifinals, I want to say. Cincinnati. I think it was in Canada semifinals. And she also beat her at the United Cup to start the year. 6-2, 6-2. Forehand Sabalenka. The backhand of Świątek. Backhand Sabalenka drop shot. Forehand Świątek. The forehand of Sabalenka. Backhand Świątek swing. Making it look so easy. Yeah, I'm putting Sellis in mine. Just as we get to the end here, all-time WTA Finals lineup. I'll steal a few answers I saw in the chat. I'm going to go Ivanovic. I'm going to go Monica Seles. I'm going to count my fingers. Ivanovic, Monica Seles, Ostapenko, because you need Ostapenko in there. I'm going to go Venus Serena. I'm going to go Navratilova. Who else? I got 6. I can put anyone in here. I got power right now. All-time WTA Finals. Świątek here with the serve. Try and finish off Sabalenka. 2 more. Did I say Agnieszka Radwanska? I wanted to put her in. I'll say Radwanska for the 7th. And then who else? And then I'll say Świątek. Why not? That's my 8. 15 love here, Świątek. Kick serve, back in Sabalenka. The forehand of Świątek, the forehand of Sabalenka. Hits the tape, goes over. Forehand Świątek. The backhand of Sabalenka, backhand Świątek. The backhand of Sabalenka, forehand Świątek. That's in the net. Sabalenka at least got to survive here. 15 all. Yeah, Steffi Graf is another great. Graf would have less also. Yeah, absolutely. It's a bit of a what if on Graf's legacy, a little bit, just a little bit, for better or worse. I mean, Graf is still a great in her own right, no doubt about it. But 15-all, 5-2. Serve here from Iga. Kick serve, well wide, second serve. Kick serve, the forehand of Sabalenka. Backhand Świątek, cross court to the backhand of Sabalenka. Backhand Świątek, the backhand of Sabalenka. Backhand Świątek, the backhand of Sabalenka, forehand Świątek. The forehand of Sabalenka, forehand Świątek. That's in the net, 15-30. Okay. Sabalenka's still fighting. She's still fighting. $15-30. Let's see what Sabalenka can do. This would be a crazy comeback from Sabalenka. In tennis, it's never over till it's over. We know that. We've seen that. And a few Sabalenka matches this year as well, by the way. Whether on her side or her opponents. Serve here from Iga. Forehand return. The forehand of Iga. That's too good. 30-all. Iga's 2 points away, though. 30-all. Bagul has defeated Iga a few times before. Yes. So that should be a really interesting final. Not tennis, but I can't think of an equivalent what ifs with the actors and singers of Cella's tragedy. I've got one, just a personal one. All eyes got to be on the match though right now. 30-all here. Świątek with the serve. Down the line. Ooh, that's a great return for Sabalenka. Forehand Sabalenka. The forehand of Świątek. She's got to hit through it. Take her chances. Backhand Sabalenka, she goes for it down the line, but misses wide. Hasn't found the range today, but part of that has to do with Iga. It's a match point for Świątek coming up. Match point for Iga. Incredible performance from Iga. That's very memorable. And it hasn't been that windy today. She's just stepped up. Her serving has been top-notch, and she's just been dialed in. Serve here to get into the final of the WTA Finals. Serve from Świątek. Down the middle. That's in the net from Sabalenka. Huge scream from Iga Świątek. Still the queen of the court in 2023, potentially. The final will determine the number one ranking. Very nice handshake at the net, which is good. The final will determine it. Jessica Pegula taking on Świątek. Great reaction from Iga. Very passionate. She's got one more match to go for the number one ranking. And that will be against Jessica Pegula, but equally important victory versus Sabalenka. Their first match played off of clay courts, first match off hard courts. Iga Świątek gets the victory. And she played amazing, just dialed in, amazing from the back of the court, even coming to net. Serving was everything about her performance was pretty much perfect. And she gets it done in Cancun. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy the stream. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Anthony Hirsch here on the call, Quality Shot Tennis. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. We'll be here for the final tomorrow. I'll try to call the final tomorrow if I can. And then also, we'll be here for the ATP Finals. Are you kidding me? We could get Sinner Alcaraz. I would love to call Sinner Alcaraz the ATP Finals, whatever it is. So make sure to subscribe. Ring the notification bell for more live streams. And don't forget to like the stream if you enjoyed it. Yeah, thank you, Marina, for joining in. Thank you, Max. Thanks, Ashley, as always. I think Hingis is a player I wish I saw more of when I was younger. Yeah, she's fun to watch. It's very good, very kind of genuine personality as well, Sean. Yeah, she's underrated. Hingis is underrated, doubles and singles. Yeah, thanks all for joining in. Iga in full control. Yeah. Świątek just absolutely ruthless. Absolutely ruthless. You can look at the stats too, by the way. Ruthless performance from Iga. That is a statement performance if I've ever seen one. Definition of a statement performance. That. I mean, first serve, 81% first serve points won, 30 for 37. 81%. You don't often win over 80% of your first serve points. You don't often win over 80 against the world number one. Are you kidding me? 70% first serves in, more than Saba. 63% of second serve points won 2. And winners to errors, I mean, just solid, I guess. I don't even know if that's fully accurate, but 5 winners, 18 unforced errors for Sabalenka. And Sabalenka felt like she had to do too much against Świątek. Świątek improves to 6-3, head-to-head as well. So anyway, that was a great match. Świątek with an interview, by the way, says she's very happy with her performance. Why shouldn't she be? There you go. Świątek giving herself an A grade as well. Have a good day / night, everyone. Yeah, have a good day, everyone. Thanks, Mike, as well. Yeah, and thanks, Matt, as always, in the chat. I think Yannick Sinner's foundation is devoted to mental health awareness. Very, very important. That's something else I like about Yannick, too. He said he's not afraid to talk about that stuff. Very important. Very, very important to talk about for many reasons. I just got here, Joseph. Sorry about that. It was a great win for Iga Świątek. Hopefully I see you guys for the final tomorrow. And that's going to be a fun one. Świątek taking on Pegula. And listen, Pegula, she was my pick before the WTA final started. You can look at the first live stream I did. I picked Jessie Pegula to win the title. I thought she played great against Rybakina in her first match. And Świątek, listen, Pegula's won 2 of the last 3 times that they've played, including a tight 3 sets against Iga. So I don't know. That'll be interesting. Świątek going for the world #1. But yeah, all right. I'm out of here. Thank you guys for joining in. 6-3, 6-2. Big match for the WTA game. Świątek with a statement performance. Amazing on serve. 6-3, 6-2. She gets to the final of the WTA finals, and she'll play for the #1 ranking tomorrow versus Jessie Pegula.